Alright, 7th graders, today we're talking about writing proportions, and our essential question is, can you write a proportion that solves a problem in real life? So, I know that you can write proportions, but can we read a word problem and write proportions? Let's take a look at the first one. A chef increases the amounts of ingredients in a recipe to make a proportional recipe. The new recipe has 6 cups of black beans. Write a proportion that gives the number X of tomatoes in the new recipe. So my new recipe has 6 cups of black beans, and we're trying to find how many tomatoes are in the new recipe. So to do that, we're going to look over here at how many cups of black beans are in the original recipe, and it looks like there are 1.5 cups. And there's 1 tomato in 1.5 cups. So to figure out what my X value is, all I have to do is 1 times 6 divided by 1.5, and I can use the calculator. So 1 times 6 divided by 1.5 gives me a total of 4 tomatoes in my new recipe. Write a different proportion that gives the number X of tomatoes in the new recipe. So if I'm going to write a new proportion or a different proportion, I could say, okay, well, there's 6 cups of black beans. I could label black beans up here and tomatoes over here. So here I had black beans going across. Here I could have black beans going down from 6 cups to 1.5 cups. And in the new recipe, I don't know how many tomatoes there are, but in the original recipe there was 1 tomato. So here, to solve, I would do 6 times 1 is 6, divided by 1.5 is again 4 tomatoes. So you can set the problem up so that black beans go across or black beans go down. Either one will work. Write a proportion that gives the amount Y of water in the new recipe. Alright, so I have 6 cups of black beans from an original 1.5 cups of black beans. And the water in the original recipe, so here's my original recipe. I originally had 2 cups of water. So here to solve, I would do 6 times 2 divided by 1.5. And you can use your calculator. And you should get 8 cups of water. Alright, so one way to solve or write proportions is to use mental math. And a lot of you can see really easily that 2 times 4 is 8. So the answer to this is going to be 3 times 4, which is 12. Same here, 5 times 4 is 20, so 8 times 4 is 32. And on the last one, 7 times 2 is 14, so what times 2 is 10? Well, that would be 5. Alright, let's take a look at our last example on this page. A school has 950 students. The ratio of female students to all students is 48 to 95. Write and solve a proportion to find the number F of students that are female. Well, the other part of my proportion, do I know how many females there are? No, that's what I'm looking for. Do I know the total or all of the students? Do I know how many there are? Yes, there are 950. Now, you can see mentally that 95 times 10 is 950, so 48 times 10 is 480 females. Alright, turn your paper over. I'm going to do one in each section of the back here, and then you're going to try the other one on your own. So, use the table to write a proportion. Well, in 104 miles, there's 4 gallons of gas used. And in 78 miles, there's G gallons of gas used. So, to figure out my answer, all I have to do is 78 times 4 divided by 104, and I get 3. So see if you can set up a proportion and solve for x for tree 2. On number 3, I can say, oh, 3 times 4 is 12, so 1 times 4 is 4. Or I can solve these using my calculator, using math, and I can do 9 times 25 divided by 5 gives me 45. And you can try those two on your own. And then on number 7, a local humane society houses 300 animals. So this is total animals. The ratio of cats to all animals is 7 to 15. So write a proportion that gives the number of cats C, and then tell how many cats are in the Humane Society. So write your proportion here and solve it here. And don't forget to label your answer, however many cats for your answer. Alright, have a great night. I'll see you in the morning.